1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins and Trevor.
You couldn't do it. And I think another example of that is if I'm writing an email, perhaps writing a complaint or whatever I might be writing it about, I can't also have a conversation with somebody about something else while I'm writing that email. It'll be constantly switching from one to the other. And the only thought on that I sometimes have is that I might be reading the TV or radio might be on in the background, and I might be engrossed in a book or on the phone or whatever, and then somehow the brain allows a trigger. You might hear something that is said on a program or whatever on the radio, and you think, oh, what was that? Even though you were fully engrossed in the book. It happens to us, and the brain is clever in that way. And so you could argue that it does just have a little radar out for certain trigger things that we might need to know. So that's again an incredible part of our brain system. But as I say, overall, it's as well to realise we task switch, and therefore it's better to give our best attention to what is at hand, especially if it's a priority thing, rather than just thinking, well, I've got to do 5 things. I'll try and do them all at once, because it just doesn't work. And it's quite interesting looking into this as to how our brains function on this and what research has shown. So perhaps the bottom line is that us men and the women, we're both pretty hopeless at it. There's no real member of which sex is any better than the other. We're all pretty hopeless at multitasking. Not a positive note to end on, but that's the reality of it.
Well, I think the women might tend to disagree with us.
Well, I'm sure they will, but they may be better at getting a lot of things done in one go. But they are still pacing themselves to do one thing at a time. They can't give the kids their breakfast while they're also trying to get themselves ready for work. It's a juggle the whole time. And to be fair to women, we all know that their lives often are a massive juggle, especially with a young family. But the fact is, they're not multitasking all those things at the same time, because it won't work, and you will end up doing nothing particularly well. That's the problem with it, I think.
Yeah.
And I take your point, so they probably won't agree with what we're saying here.
Yeah, because while you were saying about multitasking, and you said about women being able to do it whilst men struggle with it or whatever, it just reminds me of my mom. So for instance, I can take my mom out for a meal, and we'll be sat at the table, and she'll be listening to conversations like 3 tables away. And I don't know how she does it.
No, absolutely.
I kid you not. And I'll be like, yeah, Mom, are you listening to me? She goes, yeah. Do you know that couple down there? I go, right. And then she'll tell me exactly what they're saying. And I couldn't do it. I'll be sat there going, how could you possibly know that? She said, yeah, because I've been listening. And I say to her, well, you're not listening to me then if you're listening there. I said, tell me the last thing I said. And she'll repeat it. And I don't get, so they must have some ability.
Yeah. Well, that's true. And actually that brings up a point which I haven't mentioned, but apparently...
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does. And fund the aim of everything Cuz does.